Hey guys, and welcome to DIYs with Austin. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make some super cool DIY no glue slimes. So, the first one that we're going to be doing is a dish soap and salt slime, which of course you're going to be needing some dish soap as I have there, and some salt. And of course a container. So in this video I'm going to be using 2 containers and we are going to see how these turn out. So first, the thing that you're going to want to do is add some of your dish soap, as you can see me doing here. You don't want to add too little or else it might overactivate super easily, but you also don't want to waste ingredients and add too much or else you might have to use a lot more of your salt. So once you have it in there, you're going to want to get your salt and then sprinkle some in. And you don't want to add too much salt because then your slime will melt. So once you add a little bit in, just mix it and nothing happens, then just add some more until you can see it start pulling away. So now I am mixing it and I'm not really noticing anything changing. So I decided to add some more salt to see what would happen. I'm still not seeing any changes except for it getting a little bit liquidy, and I'm wondering if I have melted it or not. I don't think I melted it since I added a little bit, except I'm just going to pop these in the freezer and then come back when I am done mixing them up. Okay, so now the next slime that we're going to be doing is the shampoo slime. So the first ingredient you're going to be needing is some coconut water shampoo. I don't know if another shampoo will work, but I know that coconut water shampoo should work. So you're going to want to put your coconut water shampoo inside of your container. Then you're going to want to add some of a dish soap, and you're going to want to add an even ratio of dish soap and shampoo. Next thing you want to do is mix it up until you see both of them combining together. And for this slime, I was actually seeing some of it pull away from the sides. So it's actually really sticky, so I don't know if this one is going to work. And you're also going to want to take some baking soda and pour it in, and supposedly the baking soda is supposed to dry out the slime to make it, dry out the soap to make it not sticky and turn into slime. And I'm adding a little bit more baking soda in, and I'm not really seeing any changes, so I'm wondering if this one's going to be a fail or not. It's starting to turn white after I added the baking soda in, so I don't think this is going to be a clear slime, except you never know. Okay, now the next ingredient you're going to need is a very small amount of cornstarch, and add some of your salt. So then, as you can see, it's not really a slime texture, except we're going to let it sit and see if anything happens. And I actually added a little bit more cornstarch after, and a little bit more baking soda, and it did start to get a little bit harder. And now for the next recipe, we're going to be making a bag shampoo slime. So the reason that we're putting it in a bag is because I thought it would be a good idea too, because sometimes slimes can get kind of sticky, and when you put it in a bag, when you poke it, it doesn't stick to your hands, and you can still feel that like slime texture. As you can see, I added my shampoo in, and then you're going to want to get your salt for an activator. And when I was squeezing it, I noticed that it was kind of satisfying. I am adding a little bit more shampoo and squeezing it, and it had this really cool jello texture, and I think that this one's going to be really cool. And I added some salt in, and I mixed it. I added some salt in, and I mixed it up. And you don't need to really get a spoon for this one, and you can just mix it up with your hands, and it should turn into a slime-like texture. And you might feel it get a little bit thicker while you're poking it in the bag, and you can even take some out and poke it if you want. Now for the next recipe, we are going to be we're going to be testing the slimes out. So, as you can see, I have the baking soda and shampoo slime right here. And if you just give it a little poke, I'm realizing that it's not sticking to my fingers, but it is not very holdable. Because now, as you can see, it's like really messy and it's not really stretchy at all. So I don't think this one is very good. And I think that I'm going to have to rate it a fail. Because even after playing with it in my hands, I still was getting no better results. Definite fail. Now we're going to be testing out the product number 2. And I decided to make a cooler product, and I did the same thing as I did with the baggie, except I just didn't put it in a baggie, and I put it in a different container and let it sit. And as you can see, it kind of cleared up, and it's not very holdable because it's a dish soap slime. Not really any of the DIY dish soap slimes are that holdable, especially if you're using salt as your activator, because it's not really a chemical activator of any sort, so it does not really activate anything very well. But it does kind of make it a little bit thicker, the slime, and that is good. And it's really sticky right now, so I think that this one is going to be rated a kind of, because as you can see, it's really sticky, except if you just poke it and then play it around with your hands while it's in the bowl really fast, then it works. So now we're going to be testing out number 3, and my hands are kind of red, as you can see. That's because while I was washing my hands, I have dry skin, so it was kind of irritated. So, as you can see, we have our 2 slimes here, and I'm going to poke it. Oh, that is freezing cold. So I don't really know if I'm going to be able to test this out very well. I might just have to give you a quick... Guys, sorry if that broke up at the end. I meant to say I would do a quick little test, and I also never rated it. So I'm going to rate it a fail because it did not really work very well. So sorry for that little mishap. So I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.